Hey guys, Track KY here today, and we're getting ready to parkerize a 22 bolt action rifle. This little gun, if you've not seen part one where we restored the stock, links down in the description. It'll also be right at the end of this video. But today I'm going to take you through the steps how I do my painting. We're going to be using Brownells Aluma Hyde, and I'm going to show you everything that you need where you can do this yourself. Now, it is raining today. It's very humid. I usually like sunny days to do this, but you can still do it when it's days like this if you've got a cover and you got your heat gun stuff to flash dry it. And we're also going to bake it. I'm going to show you how to bake this, and that way when it comes out of the oven, it's going to be ready to go. I'll show you the finished touch of it. So I'll show you everything you need to do this yourself. Then we'll break it down and get it ready to paint. Okay guys, to get ready to get started cleaning, you need some brake cleaner, some acetone fingernail polish remover. Be sure to make sure it's acetone. Scotch-Brite little Brillo type pad to scrub the gun barrel down with. Rags, of course. Some masking tape to mask up the parts of the gun that you don't want paint to get back in. This is the Aluma Hyde Parkinson Gray, and this is the same can that I used on the pump action shotgun that I tacked out. And I would like for you to go check that video out. The link's down in the description if you want to check that one out. And then we've got extra spray nozzles. If you're going to be doing this, buy you a 12 pack of these for $4. Every time you put a coat on, put a new nozzle on. It will pay off in the end to keep them splattered. Then we've got an old clothes hanger that we're going to be hanging the gun in the oven with. I'll show you how I'll be doing that. And then right here's the gun barrel that we're going to be restoring. Right over here is the heat gun that I'll be using. You can pick one of them up at Harbor Freight for hardly nothing, or at Walmart. And you can just see the gun barrel. It's had a rough life. The front sights broke off of it. It doesn't have a back side. I ain't worried about that. I'm going to be putting a scope on it. It's got pit spots in it. It's got scratches on it. But we're going to take it apart right now, and we're going to start painting. And then I'll show you how we bake it. So let's get on with the video. I will be painting this, but I will be letting it air dry. And I'm just going to be painting the part that is going to be sticking out of the stock, and that's the bottom right down here. So I'm just going to lay it to the side with the screws in it real fast. Quite a bit of pitting in it. There's a lot of scarring in it. As you can see right here, we got to get all that off there, and we got to give it a good scrubbing and good clean down. I don't want to get nothing down in the mechanical parts of the trigger assembly. So I'm just going to put a little bit of acetone in the pan, and then just take my Scotch-Brite, ring it up a little bit, and then I'm just going to go over it. There shouldn't be that much oil on this at all, and I'm just going to rough it up. All I'm doing is just giving it a good once over, giving it a good roughing up inside, and I'll be taping up the trigger and all that good stuff. Right here's what I'm really wanting to concentrate on painting, is the trigger guard, and I want to cover the trigger up and stuff when I'm painting it. So okay, I got everything taped up now. Where the clip goes in, I got that taped up, and well, I got paper towels. I just put down through it and flattened them out. And then I got where the trigger comes out. As you can see, I got that all taped up where no paint will get down in there. And then from right here up around the trigger guard and there where the clip goes in is what we're going to be painting. This is ready to go. So I'm just going to lay it to the side. Next, we'll get the barrel. Next up, we got our acetone. We're just going to pour it right into the pan like so. Just a 99-cent pan that you can pick up at your dollar store, wherever. The acetone cost me 84 cents a bottle. Brake cleaner was like $3. And the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and give it a spray down with a brake cleaner. And then I'll take the Brillo pad and then I'll just wipe it down. Just scrub it down real good. Make sure you hit everywhere. Oil is not your friend when you're doing this, so remember that. You can see the crap, I hope, coming off of it. Then we're just going to wipe it down. Then we're going to dip into acetone right here. And we're just going to go over the barrel. I'll just wipe it down. Getting everywhere with it. Look for any spots on it that needs attention. And then I'll just set it up in the pan. I've got a little rust spot right here. And I'll just concentrate on getting that worked out. It was pitted, had a lot of rough marks on it. I brought a lot of that out, as you can see right here. And take a clean rag now and wipe the whole barrel down. I'm done now. That's all it took. It was just a little scrubbing. And then next up, we're getting ready to paint it. I've got all the bluing, just about every bit of the bluing off of it. That brake cleaner and stuff works. I've got masking tape inside the chamber where the bolt goes. I can still clean that out if I get any blowback in there. I've got the part right here I'm going to be painting. I've got my extra nozzles. And anytime you get ready to use this Brownells, get you some water about 100 degrees, 90 to 100 degrees, and let your paint set in it while you're doing all this, and warm that paint up. It comes out smoother. Heat gun to fly stripe with. So let's get painting. Okay guys, the first thing I do is I shake this for about 2 or 3 minutes. I make sure it's shook up good. Okay, I got it shook. I got a new nozzle on it. I like taking a clean paper towel and just hitting it a couple times, and then it's time to put the first coat on. And all I do is just fine mist it on. Not a lot. Very, very little. You don't want to put a lot on in the first run. You don't want runs. And that's it for the first one. Now I'll just take my heat gun and I'll flash dry it. I know it's humid out today. That should about do it. And then while it's hanging there, I'll go ahead, shake my paint a little, hit my paper towel, and then I'll just hit this right here. Just give it a good little once over. That's so. You can see right there. I know it's dark, but that's Parkinson gray for you. Then I'll just take this nipple off, and I'm just going to, I was going to toss it, but I'll leave it laying right there. I'll get me another nipple out. Put it on the can. Shake the can again. Give it a good shaking. Hit this paper towel. And then I'm ready to go with another coat. Just even strokes. Now, come back down to this one. It is hot today. Going fishing this weekend. Can't wait for that. Give this a once over again. Just a little small burst. Don't have to stack it on. And then I'll go ahead this second time on this one. I'll just give it a little quick flash dry. And there we go. It's looking good. So we'll get our nozzle on. Shake, shake, baby, shake. And then we will start with the other coat. Now we're going to go ahead. Now we're going to go ahead and give this one more coat right here. And that's all I'm going to do with this one. And we're going to go take the nozzle off. Give us one more. And go one more coat. See, when I was testing it there, I got splatters just in. If I would have went ahead and shot that paint on there, it would have, it's a bad nozzle. And we'll get us another one. Sometimes you can get bad nozzles. That's why you need to go ahead and have you a paper towel. And you can just see how much smoother that is right there compared to that splatter. As a bad nozzle. If I would have just started painting, I would have had splatters all over the gun. Now go ahead. And this is the last coat I'm doing right here. This will be 4 coats. I always like doing 4 coats on my guns. And I kind of just stay kind of far back, about a foot or so. You don't want to get right up on it. And there we go. We're done with that barrel now. Now we'll fly stripe, let it set for a little bit, and we bake it. Now with this part, I will, of course, let it set overnight, and then I will put it back on the gun. And you know, I'm not going to be shooting it right away, but the barrel, I prefer a bake job on it. You can let it set for like, I think it said a week or 2 weeks or something like that, I'm not for sure. Or you can go ahead and bake it in the oven. I'm going to bake it like at 200 degrees for 1 hour, and then I'm going to up it to like 300 for 30 minutes, and then I'm just going to let it crack the door open and let it cool down, and it'll be ready to be put back on the gun. It'll be ready. I prefer baking this paint instead of just letting it normally cure on its own. So next up, I'll take all my painter's tape out, and then we'll get ready to bake it, hang it and bake it. Okay guys, I've been letting it hang for a while, and I was going to show you my hooks that I made. And I made them out of nothing but an old clothes hanger. Any kind of stiff wire will work for this. And this part right here, I left it long. And then right over here, I got the hook. And that will be going in the front of the barrel. And the barrel will be sliding up in it like this, and then hanging on the rack. And then this will be hanging from right up here where the bolt goes in. I'll just hook it in and just let it hang straight down, and then I'll show you what it looks like in the oven. Okay guys, you can see how I got it hooked into this oven now. I've just got aluminum foil on top, and I've got aluminum foil down on the burner. That way I don't have to worry about a lot of heat. It will distribute the heat better inside the oven if you cover that burner up instead of just letting it stay open. And I've got it racked up there. Now I'm going to set it for 200 for an hour, and then 300 for 30 minutes. Then let it open the door and let it just cool natural, and then it'll be done. It'll be ready to go back on the gun. Okay guys, we just got it out of the oven. You can see it is cool to the touch now. Now if you're going to be doing this, don't preheat your oven. Just go ahead, hang it in there, set your oven to the temperature, and just let it heat up. That way you don't have to worry about burning yourself, and you can get it hung right in the oven and not have no hot surfaces to deal with. But you can just see how good this barrel turned out. It was beaten, it was banged. I mean, it was rough. And you can just see it turned out excellent, I must say. I really like this. With that black stock, it's going to go on this. This is going to be a sharp looking little gun to bring it back alive. Yeah, it's an arm cord. Not that expensive gun. But as I said before, a gun that shoots straight, a gun that hits where you're aiming every time, I don't care the price of it. I don't care the name of it. As long as it's a true shooter, it's a winner in my book.